are having 35 to 40% of the abortions still, you're looking at a replacement level well below the minimum for any society to survive, let alone thrive and prosper.
My numbers say 43%, and rising. 43%. And let's not forget that Hillary Clinton has already said that she wants to have the government fund Planned Parenthood. If that's the case, that 43% would probably go up to 65 to 70%.
I want to interject here because we're talking about a conversation that you know what it's really about, Phil, and what I know what it's really about, and what Bruce definitely knows what it's about.
Yes.
What's happening here is Margaret Sanger was a big advocate for something called eugenics.
Yes,
correct.
For those of you out there don't understand what that is, she believed in what I'll call the racehorse theory, that if you bred good to good, you're going to get good, but we had to get rid of the weeds, right?
Yeah, and she wasn't the only one either.
Right. Okay, go ahead. I'll let you run from there.
W.E.B. Du Bois spoke of a talented 10% of the black population would rise up and leave the other 90% behind to their own devices, and that kind of just leaves it open for the mind to go in all different directions.
Right. So Margaret Sanger's plan at this point, you talked about sterilization. Her goal was very diabolical because she looked at eliminating whole races of people for the good of the gene pool of the world. Right? That was her theory.
Right. Yeah, in fact, if you look at the front cover of the book, and I have another quote there, it says birth control must lead ultimately to a cleaner race.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm reading it, and that's a quote from her. So the idea behind the whole birth control idea, because back when she was out, there were laws against even out to publicly promote birth control.
Yes.
Right, exactly. There's something called the Comstock Act, which was passed in the late 1800s, and that made it unlawful to even to order any type of birth control devices or and deal in any type of shall we say adult art type of thing.
Right. Mm-hmm. So she's got this plan now. She's going to clean up the race. She builds this whole concept, builds on this concept of eugenics. Now she did not just include blacks. However, blacks was the black society was a main part of her target.
Right.
That's why she ended up putting her birth control centers in black communities.
Yeah, and most of the Planned Parenthood clinics are located in the black inner city. In fact, there's one in my old neighborhood over by 8 Mile and Gratiot on the east side of Detroit, northeast side of Detroit.
And there's one in Ypsilanti, and if you go to most of the urban centers that are primarily black urban centers, you will find Planned Parenthood in, which is why I state, and you stated, that we feel that this project is still enacted. That this project is still going on.
And I just saw something shocking the other day on social media. There was a group of Methodist priests that got out, or female priests, or I don't know what they call reverends or ministers, the Methodists, and they were out there seeking God's blessing on one of these places.
Wow.
It's really shocking, Pastor Rick and Phil. Yep.
Well, and this is something I'm going to get into when I get around the second half of the hour. Is trying to talk. Here's my problem as a pastor, is when I look at the numbers. Do you know that primarily the largest number of people that get abortions in this country claim to be Christian?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are on women that claim a Christian background, a Christian connection, and I will be talking about that after the hour. But I want to point back is this one point. They've now had some Methodist lay people out there promoting abortion, so they're back to going into religious leaders to get them to approve it, so that their congregation can all of a sudden say it's okay to murder these children.
Right. Well, one of the things that we have to do is to get publications like this and some of these other great works. Need to get those into the black churches so that they can see what's going on and just how they've been co-opted and hoodwinked and bamboozled over the years. Because if this doesn't stop, we are facing a very real possibility that the native-born, non-immigrant black population in this country will, for all intents and purposes, become extinct before the turn of the next century. And there's and you can check that out online. You can Google that, and I'll tell you what, I was so shocked and disgusted by what I saw, and I thought to myself, my God, my God, I've got to get this book out, get it in print, get it in circulation.
Well, that's why somebody should ask Hillary Clinton, is she happy about that prospect, the prospect of Black Americans being extinct in this country?
Right. Well, Phil,
within 80 years.
Yeah. Do you know what the largest minority group in the country is right now?
I'm going to go with atheist.
Yeah, that's
Hispanics.
Hispanics.
Yep.
Well, let's look at why. When Ronald Reagan gave amnesty in 1980, 84, there were 12 million Hispanics, 10 million legal or had been here, and 2 million illegals.
Right.
At the same time, there were 32 million Black Americans in this country. Today, 40 years later, there are 32 million Black Americans. 38 million, a rise of 6 million, and 48 known Hispanics in this country, and debatable, another 11 million is what the number is being thrown around, but it's probably 30 million.
What we have to add into it, I'm sure this is, I'm not sure, I'm taking a guess, this is where Mr. Fleury was going with this, is the fact that the faith base of the Hispanic is primarily, not 100%, but primarily Catholic. That is very much, will not come out in favor of abortion, and most of them are not practicing abortion, so they can't meet the targeting of this eugenics concept because they're not going to get involved as much with abortion. So their population is going to grow exceedingly. While where the black nation of this country is more and more aborting their children.
Yes.
At numbers that can't keep up. It can't keep up.
Right.
And so this is why you're going to see this extinction of the black race.
And one other thing, if you also go online and you check out total fertility rate by country, you'll see that the United States is not even at replacement level right now as of 2015. And these statistics come from the Central Intelligence Agency, and they also come from the United Nations itself. Right now, the total fertility rate or replacement level in the United States of America is about less than 2 live births per female, and you have to have a little bit over that in order just to replace mom and dad, right?
Exactly.
But the way that the abortion has just devastated the black community so horribly that the replacement level now is less than 1 live birth per female, down maybe by 0.7 live births per female, and that is a recipe for extinction.
And we still don't know the impact of these abortifacient drugs that they are passing out candy. We don't know just how many of these that are affecting this group of black females that are 3.5% to 4% of the population and are responsible for over 40%, about 43% of all of the abortions.
Yeah, you know, you got a quote right at the beginning of chapter 5 by Margaret Sanger, and it's talking. It refers to those that she wants to sterilize, those she wants to kill, which includes Slavics and blacks. You know, she's got her list. Yeah, she's got her list of people she wants to exterminate. Blacks being in that list. She refers to these human beings as human weeds. Human weeds, reckless breeders, spawning human beings, spawning like your fish, okay, like we're fish. Okay, spawning human beings who should never have been born.
Wow.
This is the great hero that Hillary Clinton espouses.
Yes.
Hey, I have a question for you, Bruce. We're coming up on a hard break here shortly. When we come up on, are you able to carry into the next break? I know you're busy and you have to leave.
Yeah, I can carry over.
All right. I also want to make mention before we go into that break. Most of the time, people who author books and write books and go on the radio circuit are there to promote the sales. I want it clear that I searched you out, Bruce.
Yeah.
That you didn't reach me to say, I want to promote this book. I searched you out, and we'll talk about that a little bit more after the break.
Okay, thank you, guys. I'll hang on.
Thank you.
People People are always on the go, driving to work, running errands. How do they keep informed? They listen to Wham Talk 1600 just like you. If you're a business owner, your message can reach these people wherever their travels take them. People tune to Wham Radio for the latest issues, discussed by hosts like Joe Pags, Fayrone X, and Dana Lesh. And they'll stay tuned for your message as well. Call 734-971-1600 today and advertise your business with Wham Radio and whamradio.com. Whamradio.com.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. 2 Belgian police officers attacked by a man with a machete.
Was a third police officer who fatally shot the attacker. In terms of a motive, it's really early. Police have said that the attacker was shouting, "God is great," in Arabic.
Harriet Hadfield with Fox sister network Sky News. A Belgian official seeing clear leanings towards terrorism. President Obama pushing for more Zika funding as Miami works to stamp out more local transmissions, 16 so far.
For the British company wanting to release 3 million genetically modified mosquitoes into the Florida Keys, a big win as the FDA gives final approval for a field trial.
Fox's Phil Keating. And the man who allegedly attacked Charleston church shooter Dylan Roof in the jail shower now out on a $100,000 bond, more than 18 months after he was arrested. Fox News, we report, you decide.
It's time now for Wham Talk 1600's Community Calendar with Brandon Drake.
On Tuesday, August 23rd from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., the Ann Arbor District Library presents Hands-On Music Workshop, electronic music production with Mike Huckabee at the Downtown Library for grades 6 through adult. It's time for electronic music production when Detroit sound designer Mike Huckabee returns to the Ann Arbor District Library for this popular workshop. Mike Huckabee has become the busiest Detroit remixer in the past few years. He has produced music on his 2 labels, Deep Transportation and Synth, both well known among underground DJs worldwide. A main force behind the once legendary Record Time store has gathered an encyclopedic knowledge of dance music. Join Mike as he shares his electronic music production knowledge and skills in this hands-on workshop. For more information, call the library at 734-327-8301 or visit aadl.org. Washtenaw County Vietnam Veterans of America Chapter 310 are holding their 14th annual pig roast. It'll take place Sunday, September 11th from noon to 4 p.m. It'll be at the VFW Post 423, 3230 South Wagner Road in Ann Arbor. Enjoy a wonderful pork dinner, have fun, and help raise funds for the following projects: Caring for Our Country Vietnam Veterans Memorial, parties for local hospitalized veterans, Thanksgiving dinner for Dawn Farm residents, and many more. There will be live entertainment and a military merchandise sale. Ticket prices for adults are $10, ages 6 to 12 $5, and children under 6 get in free. Tickets will be available at the gate. For more information, call 734-864-2819. Note, all motorcycle and other clubs are invited to make this a destination day.
Get to ABC Warehouse and save up to 65% on appliances, HDTVs, mattresses, furniture, and more. There are doorbuster deals in every department. Now through Saturday, get a Samsung LED 1080p 48-inch smart TV for just $448 and a Frigidaire front-load washer and matching dryer for only $497 each. See the entire sale ad online at abcwarehouse.com. ABC Warehouse, the closest thing to wholesale. Get to ABC Warehouse for store-wide savings of up to 65% off on appliances, HDTVs, mattresses, furniture, and more. Right now, for a limited time, get a Beauty Sleep by Simmons Deluxe Queen mattress set with a free box spring for only $497. You can also get no interest for up to 5 years, free delivery and setup, free removal of your old bedding, and free TVs. Hurry, sale ends Saturday. The deals are always in the house. ABC Warehouse, the closest thing to wholesale.
You're listening to The Drift on Wham Talk 1600. Join in the conversation at 734-822-1600. Now, back to your host, Gary Wellings.
Again, this is Pastor Richard Dietering. I'm filling in for Gary Wellings this weekend. If you do not have your copy of the Current for this month, please get out and get it. On page 10, you need to look at that. There's something very important coming up on September 10th. That's just right around the corner. It runs from 9:30 in the morning till 3:30 in the afternoon.